Hey, it's Gabe with API Nation. Today I'm going to show you how you can sync Lofty and Mailchimp. Get all those contacts and those leads. You can even get the tags into Mailchimp so you can start sending those beautiful emails, start triggering those customer journeys in Mailchimp from Lofty using the tags. There's a lot of great, awesome strategies you can do using this automation. Let me show you how to set it up. So the first thing you're going to do is go to apination.com and you're going to click Get Syncs. It's going to ask you to sign in or sign up for API Nation. An API Nation account is totally free to sign up. You won't pay until you actually subscribe to a plan. So you can sign up, poke around, and see what kind of automations you could be using. I'm going to go ahead and sign in. I'm already a member here, so I'm going to click sign in. Great. Now you see a ton of different apps here. You can automate marketing apps, real estate apps, productivity apps. I'm going to come down here to Mailchimp and click on that. And you can see you can sync Mailchimp with a ton of different apps. A lot of different opportunities here for automation. First, we're going to connect our Mailchimp account. So I'm going to click on Connections and I'm going to hit Add Account. So to add my Mailchimp account, it's just going to ask for a label, and that's just going to be the name of your Mailchimp account or the name of the owner of the Mailchimp account or the office who uses it. I'm just going to put my name in. That's totally fine. And this is just if you're using multiple Mailchimp accounts. So maybe you're managing Mailchimp accounts for yourself, your team, another business. That's all this is. So I'm going to name this Gabeco because I only have one. And then I got to get this API key from Mailchimp. To get that, just hop into Mailchimp. You're going to click on your little icon up here in the top right corner and click on Profile. Then you're going to see here under Extras, the API keys. So I'll click on that. You're going to have a bunch of different API keys if you've created them. I'm going to go ahead and create a new one right now. And I'm going to call this Gabeco key. Generate the key. There it is. I'll copy it. Go back to API Nation and paste it in. Hit connect. There we go. You can see I now have my Mailchimp account added. Let's go back to integrations. And today we are syncing Lofty. So I'm going to scroll down here to L for Lofty, click on that. And you can sync contacts from Lofty into Mailchimp, and you can sync contacts from Mailchimp into Lofty. I'm going to start here. So I'm going to activate this sync. And the first step is to just go ahead and sign into Lofty here and make the connection. So you would hit connect, sign into Lofty, and that makes the connection super easy and simple. I've already done it, so I'm going to go ahead and select that connection I've created. And then we already created the connection with Mailchimp. We got that API key, we connected it. And here we're just reviewing some settings as we create this sync. So the first thing is, do you want to sync all leads from Lofty when you first turn on this automation? So let's get everybody pushed over into Mailchimp as a bundle, and then also anybody new we add in the future. You also have these filters here if you want to filter by groups you have set up in Lofty, if you want to filter by the agents you have set up in Lofty, or tags. And then as they're added to Mailchimp, you can choose which audience you want them to go to. And then also you can choose if they already exist in Mailchimp, if the contact already exists, should we overwrite those old contacts or should we just add any new information? I'm going to say add new information, do not overwrite. So that looks good. I'm going to hit subscribe. There we go. You're going to see this screen is now the actual sync. A lot of the information from that last page is brought over just in case you change your mind and want to still update it. But there's two more things I want to show you. One is the filter. So you can see all the information from Lofty. You can filter on any of that stuff. So if you only want to send over people from a certain status, you can do that. So lead status contains, and then you would type in the status here. Or you can do it based on, maybe only people who have phone numbers. So phone number is not empty. A lot of different options here. I'm going to go ahead and clear this out and save it. And then the other thing I want to show you is mapping. So you can see this is where you see what is coming over from Lofty and where it is going in Mailchimp. So the email's going here. The tags from Lofty are going into the tags from Mailchimp, which is super powerful because that means in Lofty you can just tag somebody. It'll tag them in Mailchimp, which triggers an automation, can trigger a drip campaign, any of those things. If there's anybody you want to add, anything you want to add, you can go ahead and find the field in Mailchimp, hit the plus sign, search for the field in Lofty, lead type, goes in type. There you go, set up. This all looks good. I'm going to go ahead and activate the sync. And there we go. And if you want to set up that other sync, go in the opposite direction. I'm going to just click on the Mailchimp logo. It's a nice shortcut to get back to all the Mailchimp syncs. Come down here to Lofty again. And this time I'm going to choose Mailchimp subscribers into Lofty. This is great if maybe you have a Mailchimp landing page or a form somewhere, you're collecting contacts and leads, and you want to get those contacts and leads into Lofty. Again, it's going to be a very similar setup. You're going to choose the audience where those contacts and leads are getting added to in Mailchimp, and then choose how you want them added in Lofty. Do you want to override information? Do you want to make these leads private? Do you want a new lead alert email when you add them? And you want them to get an email as a welcome. I'm going to hit subscribe. And then again, you have these options, the filter. You can do the mapping. We do most of the mapping for you, especially the contact information. This all looks good. I'm going to go ahead and activate this sync. So there we go. I now have a two-way sync set up between Lofty and Mailchimp. Contacts from Lofty are getting sent into Mailchimp. And then if I have anybody subscribing to my Mailchimp newsletter from a landing page or from a form somewhere, those people are getting sent into Lofty so I can follow up with them there. So that's it. That's how you sync Lofty and Mailchimp, get those contacts, those leads into Mailchimp automatically. You can even tag somebody in Lofty and trigger campaigns in Mailchimp. It's super powerful and it's going to help you create more deals. If you have any questions or need any help setting up this sync, give us a phone call, shoot us an email. We're API Nation and we are connecting the world's applications.